Shalom. This is orientation for the 2014 AIPAC High School Summit taking place in Arlington, Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C. I'm sorry I can't be there in person to run an orientation, but on the other hand, I am a mere 100 meters, about a football field away from the hotel right now, in my office here in Yerushalayim at Yeshivat Hotel. Okay, so let's talk about goals as the first thing that we're going to discuss in this orientation. What are our goals on High School Summit? It's something that you should be thinking about. What are you trying to accomplish? You're going away for 3 days, missing school, missing time with family. It's a fun trip. What are your goals for this trip? What would you like to accomplish? I'll tell you that what I'm hoping that you'll accomplish on this trip is that I want you to learn how to help the U.S.-Israel relationship. This is essentially a training conference where you're going to learn a lot of skills and different ways that other people help Israel and how you can get involved. Okay, you want to be inspired to do more. Now, all of you are somewhat involved. Now let's bring you up a level. We want you to connect to students your age across the country who have similar interests and also want to help the U.S.-Israel relationship. And that way you can help build a network. And we want you to take the lessons that you learn and put them into practice. We'll be lobbying, we'll be discussing, talking to a few government officials, and you'll be able to get your viewpoints across. Let's talk about logistics. Now, you should have the High School Summit fact sheet that I emailed out last month and again a couple of nights ago. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to see that sheet, and it has all this information. But I'd like to go over with you on this video so that in case you have any questions, you'll be able to send them to me and you'll have heard it directly from me. We're going to leave on this coming Sunday, November 16th, on U.S. Airways. We're taking Flight 5807 from Fort Lauderdale Airport, and we land in Reagan in the heart of Washington, D.C. On the way in, we'll be able to see different landmarks. It's pretty cool if you look out the window from the airplane. We're going to be meeting at the airport. Get ready for this one. It's going to hurt at 5:20 in the morning. That's when we meet. It's essential that you be on time so we don't have to wait for anybody. We're going to daven at the airport, and we're going to arrive in Washington at 9:30 in the morning. Once we arrive, we'll be taking our own super shuttle for about a 10-15 minute ride to Arlington. We'll be able to see Sunday morning early in Washington. Is a beautiful, beautiful sight. We're going to be returning on November 18th, which is Tuesday, on a U.S. Airways flight, Flight 1947. We're going to be leaving at about 6 p.m. and landing about 8:45 p.m. We'll aim to arrive at the airport at about 4:30. Okay. The summit takes place at the Doubletree Hotel, which is Crystal City, which is right outside of Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. has a waterways around it, and we're staying right outside that waterways. We actually stay right across the street from the Pentagon, which is really cool. Okay, the clothing that you should be wearing is business attire. That means a business suit. Make sure you bring a suit, gentlemen, or a blazer, dress pants, and tie for men, and business suit or dress or jacket for women. Okay, girls have to be wearing skirts, and gentlemen have to be dressed tsanua in the way that Jews dress. That's how we're proud to dress. So please make sure that you're sticking to the rules that you know so well. If you have any questions, please give me a call about them. On Monday evening, students will have an opportunity to participate in a fun event. Generally, what I try to do is arrange a speaker during that time because I think it's more valuable than the concert that they have. But we'll see. But then you can dress a little casually, so you don't want to only have business clothes with you. Okay, on the airplane you do not have to be dressed up. On the airplane you can be dressed in casual clothes, but again, still making sure that we're dressed in a modest fashion. You want to bring a winter coat. I'm not sure what the weather is going to be like in D.C., but November time it can get cold. You want to make sure you have a sitter, and boys, make sure you have your tefillin. You want to have a little spending money in case we want to go out and get something to eat or in the airport or something like that. About $25 to $75 should be enough. You want to bring a notebook, a pen, a camera, unless you have one on your phone, and a photo ID. Now, in the airport, we're not going to show our photo IDs because anyone under 18 doesn't need to have a photo ID. So, but just have one just in case. Oh, actually, you know what? Make sure you have a photo ID because you need one to register for High School Summit through AIPAC. Okay. Just a few rules. We're an Orthodox program, so we stick to halacha, no matter what your practice might be at home. Together as a group, and we are a group, and we're going to love being together as a group. As a group, we keep to Orthodox halacha. Students are not permitted to leave the grounds of the hotel at any time without my permission. That means that you must come to me. Anybody leaving the hotel, okay. All sessions are mandatory, even if you don't think you're going to gain anything from the sessions or you're tired or anything like that. The sessions are short sessions, but they take all day long. You go from session to session to session to session. Some will be more interesting than others, but we're going to attend all of them. Students should not be hanging out in the hallways, and I will be there. Okay, no students are allowed to switch or exchange rooms. They put you 4 in a room, all the same gender, obviously. Okay, students are never, ever, ever allowed, even if somebody else is doing it, never allowed to be in a room of the opposite gender. Okay, curfew is going to be set by AIPAC, and you're expected to be in your room at the time. The chaperones, like myself, actually do bed checks, so that's important. And we, meaning our group, attend all minyanim. I mean, Shachris, Mincha, and Marav, we will be at all of them. Okay, our group, separate from the rest, is going to have special programming. We already have 2 speakers lined up. Well, I'll explain when we get there who they are, but that is not to be publicized to anybody else, so as not to make anybody else jealous. But I try to make sure that we have a better time. Okay, WhatsApp. I'm going to send out messages on WhatsApp to you guys. So I need your WhatsApp number. Please, if you don't have WhatsApp, download it and then send me your number. Please text it to the cell phone number that I've been texting you. It is 561-739-2150. Please do that right now, and then I'll actually know that you have watched this video. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to text me at that number again. That's 561-739-2150. And I hope to see you guys soon. I can't wait. All the best. Bye-bye.